Hey, we're back for day 2 of Hamlet on Shakesyear. We are in Act 1, Scene 2 today. This is the monologue that kicks off Act 1, Scene 2. And it's a monologue from Claudius, who in the folio version is just named King. But some of us don't like to acknowledge his sovereignty, and you'll find out as the play goes along why we don't necessarily like to acknowledge his sovereignty. But his name in lots of other versions is Claudius, so we're going to call him Claudius. That's how he's most commonly known. So recap of what happened in Act 1. Scene 1, there were some guys guarding the wall, found out they'd been seeing the same ghost for several nights, and that ghost looks exactly like the king who just recently died. And also that Denmark is kind of afraid right now that they're going to be attacked by Norway, because not too long ago Norway lost a war and therefore a whole bunch of land to Denmark. So Horatio, Bernardo, and Marcellus are going to find Hamlet, and they're going here, where we now currently are in Act 1, Scene 2, to find Hamlet, because they know Hamlet will be here because Claudius is giving this lovely speech that kicks off the top of the act, and we presume that he's talking to lots and lots of people in this particular scenario. So Claudius kicks off Act 1, Scene 2, saying, "Though yet of Hamlet, our dear brother's death, the memory be green, and that it us befitted to bear our hearts in grief, and our whole kingdom to be contracted in one brow of woe. Yet so far hath discretion fought with nature, that we, with wisest sorrow, think on him together with remembrance of ourselves. Therefore our sometime sister, now our queen, the imperial jointress of this warlike state, have we, as 'twere, with a defeated joy, with one auspicious and one drooping eye, with mirth in funeral and with dirge in marriage, in equal scale, weighing delight and dole, taken to wife. Nor have we herein barred your better wisdoms, which have freely gone with this affair along, for all our thanks." Now follows that you know young Fortinbras, holding a weak supposal of our worth, or thinking by our late dear brother's death our state to be disjoint and out of frame, colleagued with the dream of his advantage, he hath not failed to pester us with message, importing the surrender of those lands lost by his father, with all the bonds of law, to our most valiant brother. So much for him. Now for ourself, and for this time of meeting, thus much the business is. We have here writ to Norway, uncle of young Fortinbras, who, impotent and bedrid, scarcely hears of this his nephew's purpose, to suppress his further gait herein, in that the levies, the lists, and full proportions are all made out of his subject. And we here dispatch you, good Cornelius, and you, Voltimand, for bearing of this greeting to old Norway, giving you no further personal power to business with the king, more than the scope of these dilated articles allow. Farewell, and let your haste commend your duty." At which I think it's Voltimand gets a line, and Cornelius, who doesn't have a single line in the whole play, they go off to deliver a message. At least I don't think he has a line in the whole play. He's very often cut and just turned into Voltimand. So, yeah, Hamlet's uncle, Claudius, we're talking young Hamlet now, his uncle Claudius married Hamlet's mom, who happened to be his sister-in-law when Hamlet's dad died. So Hamlet's stepdad is also his uncle, and Hamlet's mother's husband is also her brother-in-law. So we're already starting to get a little bit weird with the family dynamics here. But Claudius, as you can see, is a bit of a wordsmith, tried to make all of this okay, what just happened, because it sounds like the people are still mourning the old king Hamlet, but he just got married to the old king's widow, and then he's like, okay, thanks for going along with it, and yeah, by the way, now down to business, and let's do some stuff, and let's squash this little Fortinbras brat while we can, because that's what we're here to do. So yeah, we'll see how power-hungry Claudius fares in the rest of the play, and then we get to hear from him again tomorrow. Yeah, we get more from Claudius tomorrow. and I'll see you then for that. Mwah.